This is a level of commitment. So you are already a Muslim in your heart, but the moment you profess it with your tongue, you will be then feeling yourself responsible to show and live that commitment as a Muslim and say, now I really will, with my tongue that I declared, with my limbs I will manifest. I will manifest with my limbs, my feet, my hands, my whole body in prostrating, submitting and surrendering to God as He wants me to. So I will pray, I will fast. Now, before you enter into this commitment, you might fast voluntarily. I'll fast. Oh, you're doing it in Ramadan. I'll try it maybe a few days. It's good, feels good, right? Or maybe I will put on a hijab. Maybe I will give charity every year. Maybe I will pray like you do. I will sit down, I will prostrate. This is a voluntary commitment. But when you embrace Islam, you feel yourself liberated from this kind of part-time responsibility, and you dedicate your life full-time to God, because that is what is required from all of us. Commitment, that we appreciate our Creator and grateful to Him 24/7, not part-time. So, sister, I ask you, do you feel yourself ready to make that commitment only to embrace Islam in your life, not in your heart alone, in your whole self, submitting and being a committed individual, showing to God that God knows what's in your heart. He also knows your level of sincerity, but He wants you to make that commitment to Him, because that commitment is the one that deciphers whether we go to paradise or not. Because if we do not profess this with our tongue and try all our life to practice that commitment of worshipping and surrendering to Allah, paradise is anywhere near for us. It's not going to be accessible. The key to paradise is to make that declaration with all sincerity, with all hope, with all love, and with all knowledge and understanding that there is no one worthy of worship except Allah and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. That's the key to paradise. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. If you really want to enter paradise, this is the level of commitment that you have to show. Are you ready?
Sincere heart. No, just because I don't think that I'm there yet, but hopefully one day I will be.
No pressure. But what I'm saying is, bear one thing in mind. We do not know how we think and how our thinking develops and changes. Okay? There are always going to be obstacles coming by to remove us from the truth and seeking the truth. There's always going to be people and other forces of nature that Allah has described to us who will try to make us go away from the straight path. Our Prophet ﷺ drew a line in the sand. Several lines going through there and one straight line. He says, this is the straight line of Islam to God, and all the others are crooked lines, and there's someone there, the shaitan in each one trying to draw you away from this straight path. So, point number one. Point number two, you and I don't know when we're going to die. I might fall dead in this speech. It's possible. We see people praying, doing their khutbah, and their life is expired. You and I don't have any guarantee how long we're going to live. If our salvation is conditional on us declaring La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and we don't know when our time will come, then this is a risk and a gamble. You need to decide for yourself how severe that risk is for you, and are you willing to take that risk. This is all up to you. If you feel that, yes, I have some kind of assurance from God that I will live another X number of days or years or months, because I want to learn more, but there is no guarantee. So you have to really think really hard. Am I going to take that gamble and risk? And last point. If you are only stopping yourself from accepting Islam because you feel that you need to learn more, you will never learn enough. I'm learning every day. My son knows more than me now. And he's learning. And I'm learning. The scholars of Islam, they're learning every day. They're teaching people and they're learning themselves. There's never end to learning. And yet, if that is an obstacle like I don't know enough, you will never learn enough. Always going to be. But if you ask yourself, I've at least understood the truth from what I know already. I know the Quran is from Allah, has to be from Allah. I know Allah is the only Lord who is worthy of worship. I know Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the messenger of Allah. This is sufficient for someone to accept that faith and embark on the journey of learning. And then you learn, you'll make mistakes in your learning, and you correct yourself. And you learn, correct yourself, and you learn. But there are things that you should not make any mistakes in. Mistakes in belief. That you can't say, oh, let me worship a banana as well, and thinking that you should be okay. No, you have to, I'm making it like that, right? You have to really be ready for that level of learning, which will give you that salvation. So these three things, I hope, will guide you to make your decision, okay? If you feel it's because of all these cameras and people in crowd, ignore them all. Go and find a Muslim of your own liking. There are some sheikh there, right? Someone or a sister, anyone, knowledge of Islam, and you say, look, I want to give my shahada, and you know what a shahada is and what it involves. Become a Muslim. You don't need to go to a mosque, or you don't need to do, like I have to do some kind of rituals or not. You make that decision, but make that decision and take it wisely, because you know all the risks are involved, okay? And then you'll realize that once you've taken the shahada, you will come back to us or someone and you will say, thank you for that. There was something that was, why didn't you do that earlier? Why didn't I do that earlier? They feel a heavy rock is lifted from their heart because something is there pressing on them. Don't do it. Don't do it. You still got a lot of time to think and ponder, your whole life there. You know what? There's something there. Many Muslims, they come here, ask them, those people who have reverted, ask them, how did you feel when you became Muslim? One of the things they will share with you is this. They felt that this was lifted and they were fighting it. They said, I didn't want to not give shahada. I wanted to, but I couldn't. And then somehow, Allah gave me the strength to do it, to declare, to show my commitment. And then I overcame it. And this is the moment I felt liberated. I felt that I am now in the moment of peace and contentment with my Lord. Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. Surely in the remembrance of your Lord, the hearts find satisfaction.
You keep saying, for someone to change to Islam, okay? But let them themselves gradually understand and then they can easily convert. But you keep pushing them, that will be all okay, no issue. And second, you are doing same, okay, in other countries. You can do the same in your country, you go opposite. You can do the same, asking others to convert. This is a big question.
Shall I now respond to what you've just said?
Yeah, why not?
Were you even listening to what I said so far?
Yeah, of course I was listening.
What was I saying? I was giving her the choice. Look. Now you're interrupting me. You're interrupting me.
Don't worry, I will talk for you. I got
Thank you.
First of all,
No problem. I have another question.
Listen to her, brother. Listen to her. Listen to her.
I have another question. Just a minute. Okay, you are doing this one, okay?
Why don't you respect her and listen to her?
No problem. A question is for you.
There's a problem. She wants to speak and you are disregarding her.
Question is for
Excuse
him.
me, my
you
brother.
asked the first question and you didn't even let him respond. So let me respond.
Okay, you respond.
Okay, he is not pressuring me. He is teaching me and educating me about something that I wanted to learn about. I am standing here willingly. I want to stand here. I want to listen to this. I want to be here. Okay? So he's not making me do anything.
No problem, you are done? Okay, thank you for explaining.
All right, sister. Let's leave it. Let's leave it there.
Thank you.
May Allah open our hearts to the truth,
So much.
and we hope one day, we'll learn from you
Thank you
as
for
a knowledgeable Muslimah, teaching and educating other people how to overcome situations like this. Inshallah. You take care.
Thank you.
Can you answer the question, please?